Hello, this is Broyer, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play EU4. Still playing as the Duchy of Brittany. All of our colonies over here in the Caribbean, and we got one up here in probably what, South Carolina? And so yeah, that one we're going after because it is a coastal or a estuary, if you will. So help us with some trade power and things like that, just to figure we'd suck up all of those as quickly as possible before some of the other guys came over and got them. So yeah, I was just looking at what it would take to declare war on Portugal, because they actually have a pretty weak military. All right, so he actually has Morocco. And I mean, I don't have a claim right now, but honestly, we could declare war on this guy and go after a couple of these holdings over here and just kick him out of the Caribbean altogether. And I'm kind of tempted to go that route. We would need some transports to be able to do that. But I mean, we technically might be able to do it with just a single transport, because we drop one guy here and then we can single person ferry them all over to Barones over here, Barajones, I should say, and then move them over to Tortuga. It's tempting, especially since he doesn't have much. So you know what? Why don't we start fabricating a claim on this guy? Let's build a spy network on him and see what we can do with that. Other than that, everything else looks fine. We got a lot of military points at the moment and probably nothing to really do with them. We're about to be able to get the next military tech level, which would actually help us with our little war here. So that will be good. Other than that, in fact, let me just double check that I was actually looking at the right things. Portugal has, where are you at, Portugal? 6 ships and like 6,000 troops. So that's nothing. That's nothing. I mean, they are currently being guaranteed by Morocco, but we're not going to like completely get rid of them. So that's fine. We can just, they've only got one little province over here. Wow. And then we got a couple islands here in the middle. Yeah, all we're going to do is just, we're going to go after these couple of provinces that they've got in our area. We don't need to go after their main stuff. So let's start working on that. And I'm going to slow it down to speed 3 and go ahead and get it on pause and just kind of look at things, see how they're doing. We're still building up Cartagena, whatever, over here. That's going to be fine. Native assimilation. That's great. Help that thing grow faster. All right, so there's our technology for military, and you know, since we are on the positive side of things, even though man, we're so far off on the technology, I think we're gonna go ahead and take this since we are about to go to war. That's gonna be just fine. Do you have out-of-date units? You're fine. I think it's just the cavalry, isn't it? Yep. Which we don't actually have any cavalry at the moment, so that's fine. Not really gonna make a huge difference. Growth of cities attracts serfs. We can have the nobility estate gain some loyalty and lose lower stability cost modifier. Less morale of armies. Oof, that is not good. That's right as we're about to go to war for 20 years, especially, and more yearly corruption. Or we can lose a base tax, gain some autonomy, but gain a base tax in St. Martin, and the nobility loses some loyalty, which not great. But since we're not technically losing an overall base tax, I think I'm okay with this. I mean, I don't like the disloyalty for sure. But what you gonna do? So we will need at least a transport. I think we can go with speed 4 for now while we're waiting on some money and other things. How much would a transport cost us? Ships. Transport. Is that the brig? Yes. 12 ducats. So we'll be able to get that this next turn. Let's go ahead and get that. We'll go ahead and build it in our main city. That's going to be fine. We're also not at our force limit of troops. We could increase that too if we wanted to, but I don't know we need to. Ooh, great comet. Keep looking at the sky, gain some stability. I'll take it. We can take another idea. So would finish out this, increase our naval force limit, which is good. But the rest of it doesn't really matter that much. But we are so far ahead of time. You know what? Let's finish it off. I think it's going to be fine. We're not using all of our force limit right now on our Navy, but we will get to that point at some point for sure. So we're at 16. Is it 15 or 20 before we can fabricate a claim? 20. All right, perfect. And I guess we'll just fabricate the claim on the one right next to us. It's in our same state, if I remember right. I mean, Tortuga would be just fine as well. Technically, this one's got a higher development, though. And Tortuga is just a colony, actually. So it's about to be finished. Portugal is fabricating on us as well, which is just funny. So let's go ahead and get our claim here. St. Thomas, in fact, actually, that's the only one we can do. So that's good. And how long until our ship's done? Not 3 days. So, or no, that's the wrong one. 144 days, that's fine. We'll wait a little bit longer and we'll get our force limit, or not a force limit, our maintenance pulled back up. All right, let's go ahead and raise our maintenance now. All right, so we can't have our maintenance fully up and still be making money technically, so that's good. New settlement. Our efforts to develop Charlefort go on, but now some of the settlers have rejected our capital city and began establishing a new settlement quite far from the original one. Now people flock to the second settlement and we are left to split up our efforts. That settlement will have to be abandoned. We'll gain some prestige. More peasants means more taxes, gain some base tax. I think we'll take the base tax, although the prestige would be good at the moment. But base tax lasts forever, so let's take it. Alright, so that's good. We got our transport. One more month, we should have our enough morale. Let's go ahead and split off a single unit to stay behind. And the other guys, we're going to use the ship to start ferrying you guys over to Baroness, I guess. I don't think we really need all of it, but just going to start letting it go over little by little. It's actually a pretty quick trip, so it's going to be fine. And honestly, we could probably go ahead and send things up before it goes all the way over there. Border friction. Our rightful provinces are held by other nations and our governments seem to be making no effort to recover them. Well, I'm about to. Well, some of these are bad. We could lose our claim. No, we're gonna, I don't care if Portugal doesn't like me. That is perfectly fine and dandy. See, Portugal is starting to land some troops over there. I will need to bring some of my ships back to help defend my guys. Which will hurt our money situation for a bit. But I think it'll be alright. Just a couple more. Holland is fabricating claims too. We need to go after them at some point, but they're a little bit stronger. Still have a free advisor. Still, people do not like me. I can go after this one. Try and finish this thing out. Which wouldn't be too bad. But no, we need the technology. Oh, they're putting another colony right next to me. Well, how convenient. Oh, plague. We can lose some ducats, which is not great, but not the end of the world. So let's just do that. That's not terrible. All right, so those guys over there, you need to come back over here. Be ready to pick that guy up and drop him here on St. Thomas. And once we get over there, I think we will go ahead and I guess we'll go and declare war. Assuming this nothing's changed and they're like suddenly I don't have a diplomat sent. Let's keep the spy network going for now. Just helps with sieging a little bit. Not that we have any forts or anything, so just to say. And yeah, take St. Thomas. Looks like no allies will be called in, which is fine. Why not? Let's do it. So you need to land there. And then you need to go into there. That's going to be fine. And go ahead and drop a siege. What is it again? Siege. It's been too long since I played this game. Siege is D. Okay, that's what I thought. It's just not working because I guess this is a colony. All right, we'll just go and attack those guys then. Let's get us a leader. Some sort of leader. Guess we can recruit a normal general. It's not great, but you know what you're gonna do. It's better than no leader. Oh, we can't do that. Come back over here. Let's get us a general real quick before we do this war, this battle. Now go ahead and go in there. A little closer than I would have liked, but wow. We got it, but goodness, that was a bit of a tight squeeze there. I mean, they have a better general, but probably because they had the cav. At this point, we just need to chase them. Because we need to go ahead and stack wipe them. Oh, did I lose my ship? I meant to send it home as soon as this guy landed, and I totally forgot. Alright, that's fine. We're about to finish that siege anyway. Native assimilation. Nice. That one's done. Let's go ahead and move over there. That one's done. Parallel authority. The bourgeoisie are not the sole authority within their cities. The clergy also have a strong presence in most big cities going back to their initial founding. Conflicts sometimes arise when the councils of the bourgeoisie implement rules that the clergy disapprove of. Such conflicts have become more and more commonplace, and members of the clergy are openly acting in defiance of the various rules the bourgeoisie have agreed upon in their cities. Delegates from various bourgeoisie-dominated cities are now urging us to clarify the situation. So we can side with one or the other. Looks like we can afford to lose some loyalty in the bourgeoisie, although we can, like, very little. So let's just side with the clergy. I think that's going to be fine. All right, so we got Tortuga, we got Magua, and we've got St. Thomas. Now, it only gives us 23% war score, so in order to get all three of these things, I mean, it's probably just length of war more than anything. Yeah, length of war. So we just need to kind of sit still and just let things happen. So any more land that we want to get from this guy around here? Oh, he's actually going to start landing troops. He's got 4 transports and 1 light. There's no way our ships can get back over here in time, is there? There's no way that's going to happen. And we did lose our transport, correct? Yes, we did. So we'll need to build another one. So I think we're going to have to do that anyway. Totally mismanaged that. Should have paid attention to make sure I had my... where are you landing? You're actually landing in St. Martin. So let's build this over here. Yeah, I definitely should have Made sure I docked the guy as soon as we were finished. Or brought my light ships over sooner. That would have worked as well. We technically have a fort here. Not much of a fort, but... Alright, there's no way. Are we going to make it? I don't think there's any way we're going to make it in time, is there? It looks like the battle will begin the same day they land. That's just great. Alright, so we technically won that. I guess he's going to run away. So we'll just stick around here, keep things safe for the moment. Still technically making money, which is strange. Guess we're just not making that much money from our trade at the moment. Oh, that's a lot of England running around. And more Holland. Definitely we'll have to deal with them soon. They're just a little too big for us at the moment. All right, where's our, got 114 days on our transport ship. We're 18. Or 19 regions apart. So as soon as the length of war goes away, we will we'll be able to take these 3 little provinces. Just keep our ships nearby, just in case. You know what we can do though is we can go ahead and have them protecting trade in the Caribbean for now, just so they stay close by. And or at least making us some money. I was like, why are we getting blockaded? That's not us. It's England's going after the Holland. All right, so we can lose some ducats, we can gain some prestige and lose a stability. Don't really like either of these options. But let's gain the prestige. We're still negative. I'd like to get that back positive anyway. We had a free stability from an event, so we'll just give that back. If that event all it had said is gain 10 prestige, I would have been perfectly happy. All right, so transport's here. We'll just hold on to it for now until we get out of this war. We don't have to really move anybody around at the moment. "13 reasons apart." Holland's still coming after us. I'd like to finish one of these colonies before I get this colony from them. That way we can not have to pay a whole lot of money for it. Like, since Holland's at war with England, is that going to affect like what they have available? Let's see. Holland. I still have 13,000 troops, and I think it's the ships that I was more afraid of. 20 ships. 16 lights and 4 transports. So we have the same number of lights. They just have more transports at the moment. So it's possible we can do something against them. I mean, not if they land all their troops at the same time. But are they currently? They're allied with a whole bunch of people. I think that's part of the problem then. Yeah, half their guys would come in. Now, they probably won't. They might not make their way over here, but yeah, I can't deal with that. Are they actually at war with England? It looked like they were. Let's see. War. I don't see war. So who is England at war with? It says they're blockading. Am I missing the war symbol here? They have trade dispute CBs. They've got embargoes. Grant military access. Improving relations, allies. Yeah, I don't see the war thing. Oh, okay. What are you doing in England? Whatever. It's not important. Oh, we're even more apart now. Why are we more apart all of a sudden? I mean, I could send some guys over here, I suppose, but I don't know if I really want to. I could send some guys over here to this little island, I guess. So we do have a larger navy. Oh, we're actually in a battle right now, so that's probably what it is then. So we won that. Okay, that was it. Yeah, we were in a battle. That's why. All right, we just got to wait for the war to go on for a little bit longer. I got enough money to go ahead and at least feel comfortable adding another ship here. Let's go and do that. Could add 2, but we'll keep a little bit of a cushion. I'm actually still getting loot from here. That's kind of fascinating. There is actually technically loot from here. Well, let's just move you guys over here and loot some of that then. I mean, it technically raises up your destruction or whatever it's called, devastation, but it's alright, it'll go away at some point. Where you at? Let's go ahead and add another one. Keep increasing our supply. Oh, hello. You came back. You keep coming back. How nice of you. Be cool if we could capture some of you guys. Help us out a little bit. So you're less than enthusiastic. Oh, there we go. You're good now. Barely, but you're good. Can we take any money? Nah, but I don't think I really care. That's not why we're here. My war reps would be good, but we could wait a little bit longer, I suppose. You know what? Let's wait till our colony's finished, which is actually about to happen now. So never mind. There we go. So let's just go and grab these things from him. All 3 of those. There's not any more around here that I'm like just missing out on or anything. He snuck in there or anything. Don't see any. Could I take this? Do I want to? I mean, if I wait a little bit longer, I could, but I don't think I really care that far out. No, let's go ahead and take this. I think I'm fine. Done. So I guess we can't have him as a rival anymore. But that's alright. Oh, it's going to be expensive. And I can make a state down here, which I guess we will do, because it technically will get us more money in the long run. Go ahead and core that. It does eat into our admin power, but it's alright. And now let's just get everybody back to our capital. States are still a little unhappy, but that's alright. Some unrest. I'll have to just keep an eye on it, and if it starts getting crazy, we'll have to send some troops over to there. But for now, let's move those guys over, and then we'll, go from there. All right, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in here. Successful war, took out some Portugal. I would go after Holland right now if it wasn't for all of their allies, but yeah, it's a little less than good at the moment. If I had a little bit stronger position, I might do it anyway, just because of they'd be trickling in quite slowly at some point. But for right now, we're just going to hold off. I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again. Thank you, and goodbye.